want to announce that the Lions Club of both French side and Dutch side and St. Bart's has come together to work on a project where we're going to try to raise some fund for the island of Dominica. We all know what happened in Dominica, where they need our help. We, as part of the Lions Club, in combination with our Lions Club in Dominica, has decided to come with a radiothon that will be organized on the 26th of September, Saturday, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. And today we want to announce to the general public, we are asking your support as the media to inform the general public to come out and support this very good initiative from the Lions Club.
When a country is damaged, someone has to come to the assistance. And this is what Lions do best. Our motto is we serve. And we enjoy serving, helping others. So as the president of the Dutch and Mat Lions Club say, we're here to do a radiothon and we want to raise at least $30,000. If more come, it will come. But $30,000 is our objective. And doing that, it only could mean good for Dominica. As you could see, Dominica still getting rain, Dominica still in distress. So with all that St. Martin is sending and the world is sending to Dominica, Dominica still need. And I got to add before I give back the floor to the president, that Lions, we deal with the Lions. We don't deal with the government, we don't deal with individuals. So when we raise this fund, these $30,000, we are going to give it to our Lions, our fellow Lions in Dominica, and they are going to do the distribution of this $30,000. I don't believe they will be giving anybody no cash, but my goal always is not to give people money, but if a school is in distress, help that school. If the children need books, pens, pencil, whatever, buy it for them, don't give them money. Money is something, in my good language, have cost. Money always don't serve a good purpose if you don't do it right.
The St. Martin Lions Club already did a small contribution to the Lions Club of Dominica. In our discussion with the Lions Club in Dominica, they indicated to us that they really need our help. We have also seen all the efforts from the different community service on the Dutch side, where they are collecting water, food and clothing. We as a Lions Club decided that we want to raise the funds that will be sent to our sister Lions Club in Dominica, and that there will see to it that those funding will be given to the needy persons in Dominica.
It is nothing strange really that Lions get together in time of disaster. Lions all over the world are known when it comes to disasters that there is always funds available throughout the world to assist. If we can recall when we had the disaster in Japan of the tsunami, and Lions International built back, when especially in Indonesia, built back over 200 homes for people. And that money is really raised by Lions throughout the world, because we also have specific disaster funds that we fund on a yearly basis in order to help the world when they are in disaster. So which means to say, for instance, Dominica, our district governor, because Dominica falls within our district, which is sub-district 60B, part of multiple district 60. And our district governor has already applied by Lions Clubs International for funds in order to help Dominica. Why do we help? Why do we help with funds? As you know, Dominica has received tremendous help in material help from all over the world, and St. Martin did not do under for any other place. Things are going on a daily basis, items, food items, clothing, etc. But there is also the factor that Dominica needs also funds in order to build back schools. The airport, the main airport, we cannot rebuild the airport with clothing or with food or with drinks, but money is needed in order to build back the airport. Money is needed to build back, for instance, an entire school that went lost, and the materials from that school. So therefore, we thought it best to join forces together. And let me make it clear, this is not the first time that the clubs of the North and the South come together, to do joint projects. We've done several joint projects in the past, and here was again the opportunity to come forward as clubs of the North and the South in order to have this radiothon. And we have done various radiothons together in the past also, and have raised funds to help people. So therefore, we really appealing to the public out there to give freely on the 26th of September, Saturday the 26th of September, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we are also making a call to all the radio stations to get involved, and all the newspapers and all the media to get involved in this radiothon, so that people will be able to bring in their funds, bring in their money. We're looking at big firms, big institutions, out there, our corporate sponsors, etc., to come out and make their donations towards this radiothon.
Vitamalt takes care of you. And now, check under the marked caps for a chance to win prizes. More detail on press.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas really easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
Okay, we're here with Christopher Manuel. Can you tell us, we're here by the dump site. Can you tell us exactly what is taking place
Well,
here?
it's actually not really the dump site.
Okay.
I would call it a residential area, because this is a part of Phillipsburg that people of St. Martin doesn't see. And in light of all the recent fires that have been occurring, that have been sort of acting up on the dump, you see, I really want people to understand the in-belly of St. Martin. This part here is blocked by the dump, is blocked by the government building, is blocked by the main road, so nobody sees this part of it. Nobody sees this part of it. And this is a serious, serious situation that we have going on in our country that we are calling St. Martin. As we walk, like I mentioned earlier, this part of St. Martin, nobody sees. It's only the individuals and the people who are living in this part of this, like I said, a residential area, knows about it. You can imagine when the dump catch a fire and all these tires and rubber and plastic and everything starts to burn. And you know when rubber burn, it continues to burn and burn and burn and burn and burn. But this is a nice part. I must admit, I'm not the one that came up with this. This was brought to my attention, and the moment I saw the conditions of it, I said, no, it is unacceptable. People need to see it. People need to see how this place looks, because this issue of the dump was postponed on the floor of Parliament to have a discussion. But this is a bigger problem. This is not just one department. All ministries would have to take responsibility for what is happening here. And I'm going to explain to you why. People are living here. This is a house. This is a home. Whatever material are dumped on the dump, they pick it up, they drag it, they bring it, and they build and they construct homes. No building permit, no ownership of land, but you can see electricity. However it's being done. The question is, do they have proper drinking water? Do they have sewage system? Where's the waste going? How is this being allowed? Again, this is homes. People are living. People are living in these buildings, if I should call them that. For me, it's not the issue of the individual or the persons that are living here. The issue is the condition at which that they are living. That we have in this country, we have human beings, we have people living in this condition. A 1-year-old baby, no older than a year. And then after I saw the gentleman, now the child is 9 months old. You have a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old living in these conditions. But this is not a part that I really want you to grasp or to see. The part that I really want you to see is the hidden aspect of it. Because like I make mention, it's hidden. So those who know about it, and those who doesn't know wouldn't know about it. But these are homes. These are homes that people are living in. These are homes that people are living in St. Martin. Let's get to the part that have my concern. Like I said, this is hidden by the dump, because this is a hill, and you can see the excavator on top. It's hidden by the buildings on this side, containers on this side, the main road. So you wouldn't see this. But you're going to see it now, and you're going to see it today. Good afternoon. As you can see, people are passing by, walking by, because here's where they live. This is their homes. St. Martin, we're in the hurricane season. We're in the hurricane season. Zinc, old wood, T111, containers. Look at the floor. You can see something was burnt. Something was burnt in this area. But the part that wrenched my heart is this. This is not even the dump site. This is not even the dump site. Look at this, St. Martin. Look at this. This is what I want you to see. This is not even the dump site. This is the dump. So what happens here is that everyone that lives in this area, they just dump everything here. And earlier, we met a gentleman. All the discarded meat, grind meat, old meat, there's a shortcut here that they go around where that is dumped. They take it and they consume it. He said he eats it. And some of it he takes for pigs in the St. Peter's area. That's how people is living in this area. Look, in St. Martin. But I made mention that it's a bigger problem than just the Ministry of Vrami. because people are living here, so it's a social problem. People are living here, so it's a housing problem. Children are about the place. So are they going to school? Who are they? How did they get here? What sort of diseases do they have? Where are they working? Who owns the land? How did they get a building permit, or is there any building permit? Those are the questions, St. Martin. And we can go and walk further in. This is a serious situation. Very serious. And this is the hard truth, the hard facts that nobody's going to bring you. What I would love to do, or what I would like to do, is bring all 15 members of parliament, all ministers, all SGs, everyone, to come and see this. Even the governor should see this. And this is not even the dump site. This is not even the dump site. Even the cameraman face is squamish. Look the rats. They're all over. Look, you have young children. Look, you have young children and young people jumping over the walls. Like I say, this is where they live.
Christopher, the condition of how this doesn't look too good at all. Like you said, there's a second dump, but this one is smaller, and we have the bigger one. But if we continue like that, we would have come to the size of the one that we have exists right now. How many people actually live in this area, in this kind of condition?
To tell you the truth, Ricardo, like I said, this is a village within a village, because it's like a dump within the dump. And we have passed many homes. You have bars, you have salon, you have daycare centers, you name it, you have it in this area. So to put a number on the amount of people living here, to me, is not important, because even if one person is living here, it should not be. Even if one person is living here. So we can say 20, 30, 40, 50. We can put a number and say about 60 people living here. But that's not the issue. The issue is the conditions that they are living in this country. It's a dump within a dump. It's a serious situation waiting to happen. This dump is on fire. There's a number of fires under this dump just brewing. But look at the condition, the hygienic condition. We have people actually living in filth. That part we didn't film because that would gross you out. Because we can talk about the sanitary conditions. There's no sewage system here.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Notwithstanding the explanation, Mr. Chairman, by the minister, I still am quite curious to know when Mr. Bouwman, the chief police of the Netherlands, made his visit to St. Martin and made those hard statements, on whose order or orders did Mr. Bouwman come to St. Martin and make the statements that he did? Albeit that subsequently, according to the minister's information this morning, the Dutch ministers reaffirmed their commitment to the protocol. And if Mr. Bouwman's statements and contacts on St. Martin were totally out of whack and for his own personal account, have the two ministers of the Netherlands, have they taken any measures or actions with respect to Mr. Bouwman, his visit and his statements, amongst others, to our Minister of Justice? Mr. Chairman, can the Minister of Justice, Deputy Prime Minister of the country, St. Martin, indicate to us whether the governments of the 3 Caribbean countries, have these governments expressed the disappointment to the government of the Netherlands at the lack of progress with the dispute regulation? Coming out, and I'll highlight, coming out of the Kingdom Conference, of course, there was no agreement on the dispute regulation. Subsequently, we learned here and there that it was primarily because of the Dutch government's stance in the Kingdom Conference that no headway was made on the dispute regulation. So is that the feeling of, amongst others, the country, St. Martin, and its colleagues in the Caribbean, so Curacao and Aruba? And if that is the case indeed, then has any indication of such, the disappointment by these 3 countries, has an indication of such been communicated to the Dutch government and or the Dutch minister?
Mr. Chairman, the important for me, and I assure the community of St. Martin, is how we're going to use the protocol to the benefit of this country. How are we going to improve the police officers, immigration, customs, you name it, within the ministry. The tools, Mr. Chairman, is very important. Mr. Chairman, dropping 50 police officers from the Dutch Kingdom here on this island to do what? We need clarity on what really the 50 of those individuals is really going to be doing on this island. Yes, Mr. Chairman, we need the support, the help, where that's concerned, but it must be a clear picture outline in the areas that what St. Martin needs the help in, if we're going to bring in 50 additional officers to help this country move forward where justice is concerned. If it's here to create more smoke screens and victimizations of people in this country, we don't need that. Absolutely not. It don't have my support. It have my support if those officers is going to be put to walk in the districts, in the neighborhood, to protect the people, so be it. That is where we have the issues that needs to be dealt with. It can't be, Mr. Chairman, that they're going to come here and get a beautiful vacation, relaxation in the best neighborhoods that we have seen in the past where they have stayed. If they truly want to be integrated and helping in this community, then they must also need to stay and live amongst those people within the community.
How many of Dutch technical assistants in the justice field are currently working on St. Martin?
Is this part of the original deal? And are there any local officers being trained to take over when their terms of service end? In strengthening the training of our local officers, my next question, Mr. Chairman, pertains to the police academy. Does our current budget have the financing in place to deal with the strengthening that is needed in that respect? I do believe that there are recruits currently being trained. What is the status of these recruits? There have been rumors and sayings that they are going to be put on the road. Under what, are they now full-fledged police officers? Are they above Paul officers? I would like to know. Are they also included? I just heard the minister say that we were down below what we should be, 170 full-time officers, and that 30 were needed urgently. Is that also, are the 30 covered in the budget? And do these new recruits form part of this 30? The salaries, the corrected salaries for all police officers, including the new recruits, budgeted for 215.